to talk about my prayer.
Listen, I was editing the Generation Mixtape podcast the other day.
Yeah, good here.
We're only steps away from you getting a contract for making your own album, okay?
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
We just need to do. I need to do snippets of me singing every fucking song.
Yeah. I mean, if the Dogs at Christmas can get an album, I don't understand
Honestly,
why you know?
right?
So, we'll reach out to Diddy and Jay-Z and see what's
Lord.
good with them. You know, I hear that they're
Desperate for people.
yeah, I hear that they're available. You know, plus then maybe we can go to one of those parties that I hear so much about from
LeBron.
yeah, you know. According to what I'm hearing, there isn't a party like a Diddy party. So, you know, I'll,
Sure.
we can take Joe and then accidentally leave him there. Who knows? I don't know. All right.
All right, Joe. Love you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of what show are we?
What the fuck was that? What?
I almost said Generation Mixtape. Hello and welcome to another episode of In a Pickle, the show that is dedicated to the less glamorous side of sports. I'm your host, Dave Houghton, I think. And with me today, starting her new career as a songstress, as a R&B. What kind of genre would you go for?
Dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. Sarah Raytalick. Hello. Speaking of dumpster fire, holy shit, I think I got something wrong with me. Wow.
See? It's a beautiful category to be part of.
Quick turnaround. That's what it is. You know?
Yikes.
A quick turnaround.
Yikes.
I didn't give my body and voice time to recover from our last episode, so
This is true. We're jumping right into the fire.
we're jumping into it, and here we are. Sarah, before we start today's show, I just have to ask you, have you been to Pennsylvania lately, and do you now own 3 Stanley Cup rings? Because I know you're a big Penguins fan, and there seems to be someone on the Penguins that is missing their rings now.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. If this had transpired in April, then you could come at me and be like, because I'll be down there in April. But right now, no. I'm sorry,
All right.
Morgan.
Well, let's talk about this one first.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the internet's having a good time. So, Marc-Andre Fleury,
Yes.
goaltender. Yes, so you know
Yep.
him. He's a huge prankster, and he does pranks on everybody. He puts like
Is he the one breaking into everyone's house?
So, somebody,
Wait a minute, breaking news.
made a meme that said, Marc-Andre Fleury went too far this time.
Yeah.
Because he
Wow.
does all this stuff. Like, he'll put water in like Sidney Crosby's gloves, and he's taped all his equipment together with duct tape. And he's the one who's like, he did dirt all over somebody's car. It was just like he covered it in complete like dirt and mulch. Like he's amazing. But yeah, so apparently he's got 3 extra rings now.
Wow. Jesus. And he won did he win the cup with the Knights?
No, I think he was traded before.
He was traded before that. Oh, that's not
I
fair.
feel like he was.
But he
He's
did
been in
win with
Minnesota.
the Penguins,
Pittsburgh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So what happened in Pittsburgh?
Okay, so Evgeny Malkin, aka Gino, had his home broken into, and this happened on January 11th in Sequoia Heights area of Pennsylvania. And this happened around the time when good old Gino was at work and Pittsburgh was losing to the Ottawa Senators.
I'm sorry.
So,
Why do they call him Gino?
because it's easier to say than Evgeny.
Oh, okay.
So you see how his name's spelled? It's Geni.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
No, I get it now. All right. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess that I would.
So his nickname's Gino.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
They just, he just had someone when he came to the States and was drafted. Somebody was just like, I can't say this. You're just gonna
Yeah.
be Gino.
Yeah. Americanized. I
And
get
it
it.
was probably Mario Lemieux. He was probably like, you're gonna be Gino now. That's how we're gonna promote you.
That's how we're going for it.
Because you remember he came straight from Russia here. So it is reported that at the time of the burglary, his home security system was down.
Hmm. How convenient.
Such a convenient time. Like this wasn't laid out any more perfect because one, he was at PPG arenas playing, so this happened during the middle of a game, and two, it just all of a sudden goes down.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird.
very weird. So then it makes me pause for a second and go, this. So where Pittsburgh is in the map, so it's more west. So it's closer to like Tennessee and all that, where it's could fall into like that Midwestern category. However, if you're someone who's hit so many places in that circle of geography, you could hit Pittsburgh easily right off the highway. So
Right.
it makes me think that there is somebody. I wonder if they'll start looking into the actual home security company because it could be somebody from the inside who knows that all of these people have this security on their home and it just quote unquote goes down. There's no quote unquote camera footage. There's no
Yeah.
anything. It
Now,
seems a little sus to you, girl.
yeah, no, definitely. I mean, there's been a laundry list of athletes who had their house broken into this this
This,
season.
yeah.
I mean, we got Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, Joe Burrow, Jalen Brown, Luka Doncic, Bobby Portis, now Gino, and it
There,
seems
there's
like
a connection. There has to be a connection, and I know what I'm saying. And again, this is my, you know, conspiracy sort of situation here because everything is so clean. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we're not having security footage when everyone has a ring camera and internal cameras, and especially these high-priced athletes, they're paying for high-priced security coverage on their home. And for it to flat out not work and their home to be burglarized, the math doesn't math.
yeah, but I feel like that would be an easy connect the dots type thing if all of a sudden like all of the security goes down in everyone's house when they're at work. So I mean, like that would be
Well,
easily pinpointed.
you would like to think that, but it could be you could have one guy working, so it could be a complete operation. It could be one
Well,
guy
it has
working
to be. It has to be
one,
for this kind
yeah,
of,
thing.
one
Well,
guy shuts a switch off. It's like
right,
an
but
Ocean's
I'm
11.
right, but I'm saying that like it doesn't mean that all of the people that are under this um burglary fun time umbrella are at the same company. So you could have one guy who
Yeah,
works for
that's
like
true.
Ring and another guy who works for ADT and they met on the either the dark web or Reddit. And then I love that I said dark red and dark web and Reddit like one in one.
Well, it
Anyways,
is almost one on one.
yeah. So they could have met on Reddit or there, and then they came up with this plan to heist and fleece all these athletes.
Hmm.
I feel that it is a larger operation with maybe about like 5 to 10 people in it.
Yeah.
And it's something where these people are spread out geographically. However, they do have ties to security companies.
I mean, that's not a far-fetched uh possibility, honestly. Like this really could. I mean, I made the joke, but it really could be like this Ocean's 11 type thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, the only problem with all this stuff though is when you steal something like a championship ring,
Three
you're
of
not
them?
going to get the value from it though. Like where could you sell something like that?
No, that shit's gonna trace back. big
Yeah,
time. You can't
like,
sell that. And you can hold on to it for like 20 years. It's still going to trace back to
oh,
you.
absolutely. You that'll never go away. It doesn't
No.
matter. I mean, Gino could be long dead, and it's still, if it surfaces, that a 2016 Pittsburgh Penguins championship Stanley Cup ring all of a sudden shows up in a market, and it's like, 2058.
Yeah, it's
It's
still
like,
going to
hey,
tie
wait
back.
a minute. How'd you get this? So,
Still going to tie back.
I mean,
Eh,
I think Travis Kelce had money stolen in a pair of Taylor Swift's panties,
mhm. Yes.
and like, those could be sold in the black market, the
No problem.
underpants.
Yeah.
But I mean, and the money, I mean, obviously we'll just take money. And actually, I think Jackson Mahomes was put back into Patrick Mahomes' house. So nothing was really
Just
taken.
yeah, so they were just like we gotta go.
We
This
gotta
is
go.
yeah, we gotta go. That's the best
Yeah.
security system.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. I'll tell you what, though, despite all these houses getting broken into, it is not safe to cross the street in Utah,
It is not safe, apparently.
especially if you're from out of
Montreal?
town. Yeah, Montreal, especially. What?
What the?
What? For some reason, when I first read this story, and I don't know why, this could just be my brain is constantly melting, but I was like, I thought they didn't have cars in Utah. And then I'm like, no, 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 no. That's Amish. That's in
Right.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So, what goes on here? Yeah, it's just a horse and buggy runs over. Uh,
Right.
what's
I
his
mean,
Heineman?
Hyman.
Hyman?
I'm just gonna call him Hyman.
Is this cat's name Hyman? So he
It's like Heineman.
so someone
Emil
someone
Heineman.
broke the hymen in Utah.
Somebody broke the hymen for
I
sure.
mean, don't
I
they have
mean,
multiple wives in Utah? You can do that, right?
yeah, and you can soak.
Oh, so I forgot about soaking. Oh man, I forgot all about that.
There you go.
Oh, all right, go on, tell this story.
So Montreal Canadiens forward Emil Heineman was hit by a car when attempting to cross a road in Utah. Police responded to a 911 call that came in at 3 p.m. on Monday, 9 blocks from the Delta Center. But when the cops got there, there was no one to be found. And how do they track everyone? Obviously, Big Brother and witnesses. So everybody can look towards the cameras and find out who was hit and who hit who.
Unless you own a home and then it gets broken into, and then none of the cameras work.
None of the cameras.
No.
You're asked out.
Yeah.
So the police tracked down everyone, and Emil was being treated by the team doctor since he was expected to play that night against the Utah Hockey Club. Uh,
Stupid name.
oh, they'll come up with, they're gonna change it to either the Mormons or the Soakers. It's gonna be one of the two.
I want the Yeti.
The Yeti would
I
be
want the
great.
Yeti.
The
Now I
Yeti,
kind of want the Sokas.
right?
Do you stare at each other in the eyes while you're soaking?
I don't, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, what else would you look? You're
I
not
mean, the
moving.
other thing is, have you seen Letterkenny
Yes.
and how you have the sheet with the hole in
Yes.
it?
Yes. Yeah. We know a guy
We
that
know a guy who
we know a
uses
guy
the
that
sheet,
does
the hole in it.
whole sheet
So
sex.
it could be that.
Huh. Okay.
We do know a guy.
We do know a
Totally
guy.
forgot about that guy.
I haven't talked about him in a while. I wonder if
No,
he's still with us.
I don't care. Um, so he was expected to play that night, couldn't because he had an upper
Because he had tire
body.
marks on
Yeah,
his fucking chest.
so
Right.
he's a upper body injury and is expected to be out 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, so Hyman gets hit by a car and then just gets up and he's like, "I'm okay."
Because he's a hockey player.
Well, because he's also Canadian, so he probably well, I don't know if
He's
he's
probably
actually
hit by, well,
well, I don't know
I
if
mean,
he's actually Canadian, but he plays for the Canadians, so he got hit by the car and then apologized.
I'm sorry, Carl.
Right? Sorry. Sorry.
He's Swedish.
Okay. All right. But anyways, so he just gets hit by the car. So it couldn't have been that bad because everyone walked away with a
Do you know
handshake.
what I was thinking of? Is that, in Elf, when Elf gets hit by the
Yes.
taxi? That's what I thought it was,
Yeah.
is he just like bounces off
Right. So Hyman bounces off the car and then eats all the old gum on the
off the
subway.
subway.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think Utah has a subway. All right. So it was clearly an accident. No one's
Yeah.
really
There's
no
no
one's drunk or going
charges.
to jail.
No, no charges. He
So
was probably jaywalking because you have to remember too, in certain states,
it's legal
in
to hit people if they're jaywalking.
well, the person who hits you with their car is not held accountable because
Yeah.
you weren't in a crosswalk.
Right.
So if you step out in front of a vehicle and get hit, like that shit's on you. You're supposed to be in the crosswalk.
It's your own fault. Fuck
Yeah.
him. Right.
Just
All
gonna
right.
hit
So 3 to 4 weeks with the he's got to scrub the tire marks off his chest. All right.
everybody.
Let's go back to Pennsylvania. We got to talk
Let's
about
go to the
this.
east side
Let's go to
though.
the east side. Some would say the shit side, but I
Mhm.
would think that all of Pennsylvania seems a bit sketchy, anyways. I mean, you're sandwiched, if you're in the middle, you're sandwiched between two places that you could probably get knifed real quick, Pittsburgh and Philly.
Nice.
Uh, all right. Explain to me who this Eagles fan is. In
Uh,
this, I got to be honest.
we got a lot to cover. Yeah,
I
there's a
thought
lot.
he was going to be the biggest pickle until the biggest pickle became the biggest pickle. But all right, explain this Eagles fan to me.
Okay. So this fan, Ryan Cadwell, was caught on video verbally assaulting a female Green Bay Packers fan during the game last week. Ryan, so this is where everything else we're going to discuss, okay? Like, pause on that for a second because this isn't like there is some shisty shit that we're going to discuss, but the fact that Ryan's job and what he promotes himself as and what he thinks he is clearly isn't because of how he reacted in this video.
Okay.
So that's my, because there's gonna be other things we talk about that seem just as worse, but because of this dude's profession, it makes you go, huh, you're full of shit.
All right.
So Ryan, who on his LinkedIn uses the pronouns they, them, were fired from his job after the video came out. What Ryan does, well, he worked for BCT Partners in New Jersey, and he was part of the DEI strategies department. What
Okay. There's
does
a lot of
D
letters going on here.
what does DEI stand for? Diversity, equality, and inclusion.
All right.
And when you are in
Is
that
that why he
department,
uses they them?
I feel that he uses they them to as a bullshitter.
Well, naturally. I
Clear
mean, this guy
naturally.
doesn't. I'm not. I just putting it out there. I'm not assuming anybody's shit.
Right.
But if you look at a picture of this guy, he doesn't look like a they them. In the language he uses,
The language he uses makes me go, nah, dude.
he's just a drunk Philly fan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. That's what it should say on your LinkedIn. What are your pronouns? Drunk Philly fan.
Yeah.
That's more acceptable than
Idiot.
you saying that you're they, them, when full on in reality, you're clearly saying that so you're abusing the pronouns. And that's
Right.
not fair to the people who actually, feel that way with the pronouns. So I'm
There,
not going down this rabbit hole.
yeah, don't go down this rabbit hole, but just note there's a lot of abuse of
Yes.
certain systems in this entire story from both sides. But all
Yes,
right,
from
so
both sides,
so
absolutely. But when it
he
comes to his job,
yes, he loses his job. Why?
yeah, because he called this woman a dumb, ugly, see you next Tuesday.
Right. I didn't think you can get in trouble for calling somebody a Tuesday.
You, you know,
All right, so he says this right now. Um, there's there's a lot to unpack here.
Yes.
So this guy, Ryan Cadwell, is on video. He's videoed by the woman's fiance.
Yes.
Okay. The video goes viral because yeah, he's being vulgar to her. He's an Eagles fan talking shit to the opposing team fan. I I don't maybe because of where he works.
That's what it is. It has,
That's
if it was any other place, if he worked anywhere else, it wouldn't
yeah.
matter. But because his job,
If he worked at Jiffy Lube, I'm sure people would buy him a beer. I don't
correct.
know why I said Jiffy Lube. I just got my
I don't
oil
know.
changed though. So this episode sponsored by Jiffy Lube.
If he worked anywhere, if he worked like, I feel that even if he worked in a financial office, people would just be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, typical
It's,
Philly fan. Big deal. I
yeah,
mean that
whatever.
that and
It,
listen, it's not nice. It's not nice to say these words, but like it's kind of maybe because we're so used to it in Boston.
yeah,
It's just it's a I, and obviously I don't know. I know a lot of women take offense to this word.
I don't.
Uh, Sarah, I've known you for 20 plus years. I've never known you to take offense to any fucking word ever,
I've
anyways.
been, do you know how
I'm
many
pretty
times I've
sure
been
you may or
called
may not
this
have this word tattooed on your
somewhere?
body. You know, it says Raging Tuesday.
Yeah.
Uh, watch out, warning. There's a warning label on your arm or something. All right. So typical Philly fan, right?
Right.
He's a bullshit artist. He uses they them, or he did use they them at his job because it's inclusion, diversity, blah blah blah, fucking type company, right?
Right.
Now he's not the only, or I should say, the fiance of this woman isn't
The only kind of
well
scummy
isn't
human.
innocent in this whole thing either.
No,
Okay,
no.
so it turns out that he had a GoFundMe
Mhm.
page launched so he can go to this Eagles game.
Yes.
Now, I'm not taking sides here, but
No.
I don't think that GoFundMe is to be used like this.
Right. You're abusing what GoFundMe is for.
Now,
GoFundMe
I
is
know
designed for
there's a lot of
helping, but
pages out there for like, help me, pay my car payment because I'm a fucking idiot and spend my money on uh, you know, baseball cards and I can't afford my own
oh,
shit.
why are you calling me out?
Well, I was going to say Pokemon, but I don't want to call out your husband.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
called us both out right there.
Well,
Way to be,
I'm
fucking
also
dick.
calling myself out because I like baseball cards too. So, but
Dick.
I mean, this isn't the proper usage of a place.
No.
Now, now I have a friend who just recently had a stroke and he needs a lot of help and they put out a GoFundMe page for him. That's the way it's supposed to be used.
Right.
You know, going to a fucking football game is not the way to use this
No.
platform.
No.
On the other side of this, though, or on the same side, but from the fiance's perspective, he works for a content creator on
Hmm.
YouTube. So this is exactly what he
What they wanted.
wanted
Yeah. This is
because
the
now
content.
everybody knows who this fucking guy is and who he works for. And you mentioned earlier before off air that him and his fiance are all dressed up in Green Bay gear,
Green Bay
right?
gear.
But
Yes.
this I'm sorry, what is the name of this fiance? I keep calling it fiance, and it's like
Barasa.
Barras Bugatti. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now you said off air that he has ties to the Philadelphia area.
He's from Pennsylvania originally.
Oh
So
man,
he's from the area.
yeah,
So
okay,
this is a common theme for him is that because he's a Green Bay fan. So what he'll do is he will dress up in his Green Bay attire and
yeah.
he will go to Eagles games. Okay, cool. You want to do that for your content, that's great. But to then create a GoFundMe to go to this game and be like,
Right.
get me into the belly
Right.
of the beast, as
Right.
though you've never been there before. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. He just needed one person to bite. And then this
Right.
guy here bit, and
Right.
here we are. We have all this stuff that's transpired from
Now
it.
there's a content creator in Boston. Um, his name's Mook Spud. I know you've seen these videos. He is. I met him a couple of times. He's funny. He's a funny guy, and he will dress up in the opposing players' uh, gear
Oh, the
and
gear, and he's
and
always
hang
in front of the
outside.
garden. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He does a lot
yeah.
of shit outside the garden. He recently did a video out in I think it was like Boston College was playing BC or something. Boston College was playing Boston University or something. But he's funny about it. And like he always says to these people, he's like, "Oh yeah, oh, well, don't touch me. I got 1,600 followers on TikTok." And it's like
It's just a
shit like
it's
that. It's for
right.
funny. And
It's kind of mocking these people in a sense.
right.
Right,
And
right, right.
so far, I've never seen anything out of like craziness where it's like, holy shit. There's people who
Yeah.
who uh get a little wild on him. But then like it comes out, he's like, "Hey, I'm just doing this for fun. Like I'm just fucking around. This is what I do. I'm a content creator." And it's just like, okay, fine, ha 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 ha. I'm from Boston. I root for my team, but I'm just fucking around.
Right.
But this isn't the case with this Eagles thing because you're right. He found the stupid drunk idiot to take the bait.
Mm-hmm.
And now, because of this Cadwell guy, his life is ruined.
Right.
Not only is he fired from his job, but he's banned from the Link Stadium for life. He
Correct.
can never go to another Eagles game or Eagles concert at the Eagles arena. Um, and it's shitty that this has happened like this. Now,
Correct.
now again, Ryan Cadwell is a bullshit artist. He's an asshole. He's a drunk ass. Oh, I'm going to assume that he was a drunk asshole. I mean, most people don't randomly call people "see you next Tuesday" for shits and giggles if you're wearing
Well,
if you're wearing the gear. Now, I want to know what was said in order
to
to
get that,
get this far.
because I feel as though the fiance was adding fuel to the fire in a
Right.
sense, where and or she could have been,
Yeah,
added fuel to the
she
fire.
can't be
Both of
innocent
them.
either.
No,
She can't be innocent in all
they were
this.
definitely like, how can we get someone to bite on this? And there was just that one drunk guy behind them, and
And I don't know
hook,
about
line,
you.
sinker.
I don't know about how you feel about this, but if if my wife was spoken to like this,
How would
the
you not
my
drop
first
kick?
reaction wouldn't be to grab my fucking phone.
Correct.
My
It
first
would be
reaction would
like
be to throw this
punch
guy
in the
down the fucking
face.
stairs.
Right.
I know if someone spoke like this to your husband, you would throw this person down the stairs.
Legit, this person would be fucking destroyed if they called my husband
So
this a
this is where I'm
Tuesday.
saying where it's all an act for these two quote
Oh,
unquote victims,
correct.
Oh, my wife
Correct.
was called this terrible name, and now, buddy, if
Nothing,
someone's
nothing. You're from fucking Philly.
right,
Like
grow a set of balls,
you're from
throw this fucking guy down
Pennsylvania.
the stairs,
Like fuck off.
get
Like you're
out of
from
here.
like dude, come on. You're from fucking Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is all supposed to be like, "Oh, I got big ass balls and da 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 da." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, like that's what are you doing?"
Right?
Like, and I'm not shitting on Pennsylvania, but like this guy makes the state look even worse
Yeah.
because he's so fucking one, not fucking protecting, standing up for his fiance to punch a dude because
Well, maybe
that's,
that's a Green Bay thing. Who knows?
yeah, but he's from fucking
I know.
Pennsylvania. Your Pennsylvania roots should be in you if you're actually from Pennsylvania.
I mean, let's
Maybe
also not.
he's on Rumspringer. He's on
He's
Rumspringer.
on
I don't know.
Rumspringa.
I don't know.
But let's not gloss over the fact that he fucking used GoFundMe to get
He
there.
used GoFundMe. Like, if you can't go, don't go.
Ugh.
Like,
You
or
can't
just
afford
fuck it.
it, don't buy it.
Don't do it. Don't, like, like, I don't know.
Ugh.
I'm a fucking GoFundMe everything now. Need
It's
some socks?
honestly
GoFundMe.
like this is exactly like last week's episode where you take advantage of shit, and this is why I don't donate to anything.
Correct.
This is
Like,
why. Because you can
I,
say this is to help me pay for my child to eat because I lost everything in a fire. But then you turn around and use the shit for whatever the fuck you want to go
right.
buy more Pokemon cards. You
Throw him
know?
down the stairs.
Ah.
Well, listen, Ryan Cadwell will probably need to GoFundMe.
Yeah, I
The whole thing is just fucked. It's so fucked.
can Ryan Cadwell go after these two people?
Yes, I think that he could because it's essentially defamation
Right.
because there's so much here that they basically baited him. And we don't know what was happening beforehand. So if we have witnesses that were like, no, these two were fucking with him
Yeah.
beforehand,
I'm
and
telling you,
then
they
he
are
turned
not
around.
innocent.
No, you
They
see
are
her, she's
not.
like, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, listen, like for some reason, her face, I wanted to punch badly. I was like, there's something about this bitch's face.
Her
And then
face I'm sorry, God.
when we started reading more and more and finding out about this GoFundMe and she's, like they're doing cahoots, whatever. I'm like, yeah, your face needs to
Yeah.
fucking cross the street in fucking Utah, bitch.
Her face reminded me of someone that became very scummy in
Yeah.
my lifetime, and I'm just like, I don't like this person because of this person.
Correct. And
Yeah,
you know me, I'm not just out here calling her a bitch because I think they're both bitches. Like, I'm not shitting on other
the whole
women.
situation just
The
smells
whole
funny.
situation smells funny, and the whole situation, everyone's just a bunch of bitches. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
yeah. All right, let's switch gears. Before we get into the biggest pickle, I just want to talk about Bob Udecker, right? The passing of uh, I'm going to say something funny after the passing of Milwaukee Brewers, a sports. Well, you know Bob.
I
Uh,
know, yeah,
yeah.
but you know, we might have listeners who don't.
Yeah, sports commentator. Also, if you never watched baseball in your life and you've seen the movie Major League, one of my favorite movies of all time, he was the commentator in Major League. And if you've never seen Major League, the movie, and you grew up in the 80s, you've definitely watched Mr. Belvedere.
Oh my God, I loved me some Mr. Belvedere.
Yes, he was the
Oh,
father in Mr.
he was
Belvedere.
the father of Mr. Belvedere.
Um,
So good.
did you see Alex Rodriguez's post on
No,
Twitter?
no,
Okay.
please
Um,
enlighten.
so I reposted it on our X in a pickpod 247 as our Gmail is our email address, but you can go to iapradio.com and check out all of our social media accounts. So real quick, A-Rod does a am I saying Bob's last name at
Euchre?
Euchre? I said
Yeah,
Udecker, but
yeah,
there's no
Euchre.
D in it. Euchre. Um, so Alex
I just let
Rodriguez,
you go. I just
I
let
know,
you go.
I know, you always do.
Support. That's
Alex
support.
Rodriguez posts, heartbroken to lose Bob Uecker, an iconic voice of baseball. He brought joy not only to Cleveland, but to baseball
What?
fans everywhere.
Wait a minute. So
Alex
oh,
Rodriguez thinks that
what
Major
he
League
was?
is a documentary.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
Yes, no. He was acting as though he was the announcer in Cleveland in the
Not
movie.
according to Alex Rodriguez.
Oh my Lord. I
Um,
mean, was
so
he on the shitter while typing this up?
yeah, still one of my favorite pitches of him.
Good
Uh,
Lord.
but yeah, is totally just a bit outside for Alex Rodriguez. Unbelievable. It's so funny because that is just classic.
Oh, that's classic A-Rod.
Well, it's just classic like, oh, big story, let me post something, and not
I
even read
mean,
it.
oh my God, you just sent me this. This is real life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he was the pride of Milwaukee.
Right.
What do you would it
But
I'd
that
be
that's that's classic like celebrity status person where it's like, oh, this person's being talked about a lot. I better post something about it. And then he just remembers it. Is that real life or is that a movie? Ah, fuck it. I don't have time to look it up. I'm just
I
gonna post this.
have no words.
And or
But
I guarantee A Rod's never seen Major League. So
no.
no,
No. There's so
no. But
but
yeah, I had to bring that up. So
before we get into the biggest pickle, speaking of Major League, can we discuss this Jaron Duran bullshit?
oh yeah. It,
What?
they're the Red Sox are going in arbitration with Jared Duran over five hundred thousand
500
dollars.
correct.
They pissed that.
Correct. Correct. This
I've
is
seen John
not,
Henry throw $500,000 off his fucking yacht,
yeah.
and they're
After
going
throwing
out
him in the Boston Harbor,
now. That to me, if I was if I was Jared Duran, I would be so
I would be
sour.
pissed. Now, here's the thing, too. This is not good. This is not, no, no, not good
They're
for,
talking about spending money and bringing back a World Series to Boston, and you won't give one of the best players on the team in the past five
correct.
years five
Correct.
hundred thousand
You're
dollars.
not going to give your fucking all-star MVP, like
Right?
your only player
Why?
aside that, like you had two players go to the All-Star game and he was the standout player. You're not going to invest in that. Now,
All
here's the
Star
thing.
MVP,
All-Star MVP.
and you're not going to
All
do it. Why? Because he's a little outspoken.
correct. Is it because he wears that's what I think it is. I think it's because he's one, outspoken about his mental health,
Yep.
two, the incident with the comment to the fan,
Yep.
and then like that's all I have. That is all I have. He does so much community work.
Which
He's
he
like
served. He served his time for
he
that
served his
comment.
time.
You
He
know,
did.
it
Yes.
it was it was uh shitty locker room talk.
Cor right.
You
And
know,
you had the fans saying it to him, and then so now he has to mirror it and say it back, and it sucks. I This is not okay for the Red Sox because we're never gonna get over the hump because now you're gonna have shitty morale. If he has to go down to Florida and listen to the team that he plays for say why he's not worth this amount of money.
right,
That's fucking shitty that you're going to listen to the guys that you work for say, well, I don't think you're worth it because of X, Y, Z, Q, U, elemental P. Like, that's not cool. That's
right.
going to tank him, tank his confidence. And then now what?
Honestly, like I just he's not. I You're not worth an extra $500,000.
It's bullshit.
They pay guys that aren't even on the fucking team anymore. Still,
Bullshit.
now I
It's
know that's not their fault,
bullshit.
but like eh, they. Uh,
It's bullshit.
well,
It's
that is just a
bullshit.
highlight. That's a highlight of what's going to happen this season. Where
Yep.
they blew smoke up our asses all off season, saying that like we're going after high profile players and we're going to do this. And it's funny because somebody posted a meme about the Red Sox bidding for players
Yeah.
and going after players, and it's the Price is Right, where it's like Red Sox who go after high profile players, what they offer, and it's $1. It's like, oh, we're going after
It's
Nolan
it's true.
Arenado, or we're going
It's true.
after Joe Shit the Ragman over here. It's like $1.
Now, I don't care if you go after those players for $1. This is fucking homegrown talent.
Right. You've
You
already gotten rid
shit.
of two of the biggest homegrown talents in the Red Sox organization
You
being
shit
Xander Bogaerts and Mookie Betts.
all over your homegrown talent.
No,
You kept Devers, but Devers doesn't seem happy.
no,
I feel like Devers is like, I'm fucking two steps away to be OUT.
yeah.
So it's something where why are you so focused on bringing in these quote unquote high priced, high name players when you
It's
could
it's
don't
just to
even
sell
it
jerseys.
but at the same fucking time, he's selling jerseys.
Yeah, I know, but you bring in all these, you give all these big names. It gives chatter to the team. People start to have hope, but it's false hope, and they don't realize it's false
It's
hope
always hope.
until the end when April comes around and it's the home opener, and the guys that they talked about the entire
A
offseason
hurt.
are not there or hurt,
Yeah.
i.e., Trevor Story. Trevor Story is probably one of
The worst contracts.
so far in Reds, in my opinion, one of the worst contracts the
Hmm.
Red Sox have ever dished out. And if you look back on all those contracts, like that's saying something because they gave Pablo Sandoval tons of
Tons of
money
money.
to eat
Yeah.
his way out of baseball,
Yeah.
only only to have a resurgent back in Atlanta, and he lost a bunch of weight. Then you go ahead and give up Chris Sale. Now, Chris Sale was very accident prone, and he might not have been happy here. He only really had one good season in Boston, and then you trade him, or yeah, they traded him, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
treated him.
you trade him, and he becomes an almost Cy Young winner, right?
What the fuck?
You
Didn't he
trade
win the
Mookie
Cy Young?
Betts because you didn't want to pay him. You trade Mookie Betts for Alex Verdugo, who
This is
does
this I
nothing.
this I can't even with this, we can't talk this trade. And it's
Alex
so funny. I
Verdugo
got my
does absolutely, yeah, I
2018.
know. Mookie Betts has won two more World Series rings. All Alex Verdugo has done is gone 0 for 20 in the World Series last year. So the Red Sox need some real. They need to. You know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's
Yeah,
really
Chris
time to
Sale
sell.
won the
Maybe it's time
National
to
League.
sell.
He won the National League Cy Young.
Oh, he did.
He did.
Oh,
Because I
I
had
didn't.
this conversation last
For
night
some
with the
reason, I thought it
husband.
was Paul Skeens because everyone always talks about Paul Skeens.
Well, because he's a better pitcher, but when you look statistically on paper, Chris Sale had the better season.
Yeah. So, but
Uh
imagine that. Like Chris Sale is the it's the same. He comes to Boston. He has one good season. He wins the 2018 World Series. He's got a great year, and then he's constantly getting hurt. It's like when Dan Snyder owned the Commanders. You
oh,
know,
and they just
they
lost, lost,
suck,
lost,
and then as
sucked
soon
and
as he
terrible,
sells,
and then
they're
shit
in the
falling from the
playoffs.
ceiling. Right.
Yeah.
It's I I really like Jaron Duran.
So do I.
I love his play. He's a heart and soul hustle guy, like homegrown, like him and Tristan Casas. Like I
Yeah.
love Casas also. I love these homegrown guys. I've always loved it. I love the fact that they worked so hard from Worcester all the way up. But it's not just that. Like he openly speaks about his mental health and the
Right.
mental health of other players, and he's giving back to the community in the mental health aspect. And, he's really involved with the mental illness community for children
Right.
and in the cancer community for children. The things that aren't spoken about, that like children's mental state and stuff like that. He's like such a big advocate for everything pertaining to mental illness. And it's something where I'm like, yeah, the MLB doesn't want that because they love when people go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better. It's better. It's a better story if you just
They
go
like
crazy.
that more than him wearing the shirt that says like fuck off.
Right.
Like
Right. Fuck
yeah,
it
they
or fuck off
fuck
or
off or fuck it. Yeah.
fuck you or you know what? I for one love that shirt.
Same. Same.
All right, let's kick it. What is going on with this? A lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Let's
This
get into it. Sarah, who is this week's biggest pickle?
this week's biggest pickle is Conor McGregor and the Miami Heat.
I, what a combination.
Right,
Weird,
right.
weird combo.
The only reason why the Miami Heat is in this is because it's their security.
All right, so what's going on with the Miami Sound Machine?
So, this is for an incident that transpired in a VIP bathroom in June of 2023 where a woman was assaulted. One, I feel like we mentioned this or there was a video and we
No,
talked about it.
this was the same. This was the one where Conor McGregor and the Miami Heat when he blinded the Miami mascot with his spray. Remember that?
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
yep.
Yeah. But I
When he
remember
just
there's a
kept macing
video.
him.
There is a video out there and I couldn't find it last night and I'm so upset. So I have
Of
to
Conor
dig.
McGregor going in the bathroom
There is a
with this.
video. This is from 2023. I remember seeing this on
Oh
TMZ.
shit! All
So
right.
I was trying to search. So I need to go back further and see if I can search it.
Wow.
There is a
Okay.
video of like this, like where this woman gets split off from her friends and this whole thing. There's a whole video and I need to find it because I
Huh.
forgot that it existed until this came up and I couldn't find it last night. So, anyways, um, the Heat and McGregor are being sued by Jane Doe for this incident that took place after Game 4 of the NBA Finals. It is said that security had split the woman up from her party of friends after Jane Doe used the bathroom. An allegedly intoxicated McGregor attempted to forcefully place his unprotected penis. We're gonna be Ammon's like shove his dick into this woman's mouth without her consent. It's so hard for me to be like appropriate.
Yeah.
She attempted to leave the stall, but he had other plans. He then slammed her face against the wall, and also, according to the filing, he put her in an arm lock and tried to have his way with her in the booty hole.
Whoa.
Yep.
How how drunk was this guy?
Have you seen him?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He's a little Englishman,
Yeah.
Irishman.
No English. Uh,
Wow.
so there is, I need to
Yeah,
find.
if let's if this is true, this guy is like way done.
He's got so many, but he's had so many
Yeah, but
assaults on him
this
already.
he's trying to force himself
CC.
and security is standing there letting it. You know what's going to
Oh,
happen is they're going to offer a plea deal to the security guard. And if the video is true, where they force her into the bathroom and the security guard is standing there, the police are gonna offer the security guard some sort of deal, and he's gonna give up everything. Like he's gonna give up Conor McGregor and what he heard. Now, can you believe what happened? Obviously, there's no video footage of inside the bathroom. It's her word against his word. But
yeah.
if there's two people saying that Conor McGregor was doing this, what the security guard may have heard and what this girl is saying, if they sound similar, then it's obviously not a very good look for Conor McGregor. But also, like,
Right.
anybody check this guy's fucking head? Like, obviously, he's got a lot of
How,
problems.
yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, how are we just,
Are we
he's
glossing
got,
over the fact that Conor McGregor has a severe case of CTE? So what is going on? Is he being arrested? Is he being investigated?
so it's being investigated, and McGregor's lawyer said that after a thorough investigation at the time, this is back in 2023, the state's attorney concluded that there was no case to pursue. And almost 2 years later, and at least three lawyers later, the plaintiff has a new false story. We are confident that this case too will be dismissed.
Wow.
So it's, I mean, this was out there back in 2023.
Yeah.
So it's something where it's just, yeah.
What sucks is the fact that if this woman was sexually assaulted by Conor McGregor, it's always looked at as a money grab, and it could be lies because unfortunately there are people out there that constantly lie about shit like this, and people who are accused of doing this always suffer the most. But the only problem is with this is the fact that this isn't the first time Conor McGregor's been in this kind of situation
No.
with being accused of sexually assaulting someone. And I want to say that there should be something to be said about what's going on in Miami. Like
That's the thing.
that's if that's the case where the Miami Heat security guard just let this sit back and let this happen, I mean, you got to go after that too, you know?
We shall wait and see. Because
Yeah.
there's
Are
going
you
to be
looking for the
more
video? Is
things.
that why you're super distracted? Or are
I'm
you
s-
playing
I'm
Pokemon?
I'm sending you all. I was looking for, so I sent you some stuff. I sent you some stuff.
Oh,
Pokemon, gotta catch them
catch them
all.
all. Pika, Pika.
Pikachu.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Conor McGregor's a piece of shit, anyways.
yes,
Like,
correct.
he's a forever piece of shit. He
Correct.
was at the highest point of like stardom, and like everybody loved this guy. And then I think after he threw that two-wheeler through the fucking bus window, I think that's when it all went
It
downhill
just
for
went
him.
down. It
And people
just
started looking at him going, this something's different about this guy. Something's weird.
what
And
is
then it just
it
escalated.
spiraled and
Yeah,
escalated
spiral.
from there. Yeah. The problem is that at some point, because he's had so many sexual assault accusations against him, at some point somebody needs to pause and go, this shit's like not all right. Like, what
Yeah,
of these? I don't think it's all of these women just cash grabbing.
right.
There's got like, what are we doing?
I mean, they can't all be false.
Right.
I
You can't
mean,
have all 937 of these be completely false.
right. I mean, if that's the case, if all these women kept accusing me of sexually assaulting, I don't think I'd ever go out again.
No, but he just gets fucking hammered like a
Yeah.
little fucking bitch. And then fucking, he's not, I mean, yeah, fuck him. Fuck you, little bitch.
Better be careful, Sarah. He might come into your house and force himself on you.
I, I'm tired. I just,
I told you, Sarah. Oh, watch out.
where you stole my pot of gold?
Oh, you're so tall.
It's in my Lucky
I mean,
Charms.
he's only what, like 5'3", maybe?
Yeah, I could take him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You're way taller.
I spar with the husband who's like that tall.
Right, right.
Right? We
Your
spar.
husband's like, oh, Sarah, leave me alone. I gotta go catch them all. I'm sorry.
He's taller than that, barely, but he's
Is he?
taller.
Is he? I've met your husband.
He is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's
He's
5'3" and a
he's
half.
he's he's got a couple inches
He
on
doesn't
him.
listen to this, so I can make fun of him.
No, I
Even
know.
though I
I can
love
make
him.
fun of him too.
I love him so.
He's so great. I
What do we
love him.
call him? We don't call him by his real name.
No, we
Oh, we
call him
just
the
call him the
husband.
husband. That's
The
it. Yeah.
husband.
Although in the Patreon episode, if you want to if you want to hear Sarah's husband's real name, subscribe to our Patreon page because I accidentally said it. For only $5 a month, you can find out what his name is. That's a great advertisement.
There you go.
Oh shit, I completely forgot about that. All right, so that's gonna do it here for us at In a Pickle. Thank you so much for listening. Go over to iapradio.com and check out all of our social media accounts. Like, follow, and subscribe. Do us a favor and go to Spotify, Apple iTunes, or anywhere that you listen to this podcast. Rate and review. Boost us up the chart. You don't even have to say anything polite. Just say,
Oh yeah, you can call me
Yeah.
a little bitch or a Tuesday, whatever you want.
yeah, call Sarah a Tuesday. Call me whatever you need to. It doesn't matter.
Chubby,
But yeah,
skinny.
Chubby, I would just
Call you skinny.
Call me. You can call me tiny because that's the opposite of what's going on here. Just give us 5 stars and say something terrible. I don't care.
Yeah, fucking love it. Give it to us.
Give it because you know why? Because you never read the comments.
I'm done reading the comments.
Done reading the comments. If you got an idea for a podcast or want to join a network of supporting people, go over to MaydayMediaNetwork.com. Join the Mayday today. We're waiting for you. And of course, you can always follow Sarah at the Daddy-O Sports Cards on the Instagram and listen to her other podcast, GMTpod.com. That's Generation Mixtape. The newest album is out. I don't want to talk about it, so
Don't do it.
just
I didn't want to talk about it either.
honestly, I wanted to take my computer higher and let it go. Off the roof. Sarah, you got anything else?
I got nothing.
All right. So for Sarah Ray Talek, I'm Dave Houghton, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, bitch.
Can you take me?
No, I'm throat punches
my nose
fucking
is
coming
bleeding.
away. Yeah.
This has been a Mayday Media production.